I've decided to try out a new sort of video I've dubbed Quickshots. Short reviews that essentially serve as filler for the channel and little else, but also so I can cover games that don't really give me 15 or so minutes of stuff to talk about. Now, to begin this video off, I used to be a massive Pokemon fan. For nearly 10 years, my life was consumed with trying to catch 300 or so of these damn things. I had everything. Pokemon shirts, toys, the Pokedex, an entire encyclopedia of the first 251 Pokemon, the fucking Pikachu Mini. That thing was great. I bought one off of eBay. It's all in Japanese, so I barely understand it. But I'm getting there. Needless to say, I was huge into it. I fell off maybe around Diamond and Pearl, but the one thing that stuck in my mind long after my interest in the franchise faded was, why has there not been a fighting game? I mean, we had Stadium, which I guess you could call a fighting game, despite it not really being one by any definition of the term, but it wasn't really until 2016 when Namco Bandai, or is it Bandai Namco? And Nintendo decided to answer my prayers with Pokken Tournament. It is an amalgamation of Pokemon and Tekken. If that wasn't clear. You know Namco Bandai, the guys who got salty because they lost the Power Rangers license and barred a Power Rangers game from winning Fighting Game of the Year award a couple years back. Seriously, you guys really thought Jump Force was worthy of... Okay, getting off topic here. But anyways, in 2016 we got Pokken Tournament on the Wii U and nobody bought it. It's sort of a hodgepodge of a fighting game. I guess it's about what a Pokemon fighting game would be, but it tries to marry 2D and 3D gameplay, and it's pretty okay at both. Fights start off in what's called Field Phase. In this phase, your goal is to either close in on your opponent, peppering them with attacks to close the distance, or keep them at bay with attacks that push them back. After a certain amount of hits land, you enter what's called Duel Phase. Duel Phase plays on a 2D plane, with you either trying to keep the opponent in Duel Phase as long as possible, or rushing to get the fight back to Field Phase. Certain Pokemon excel in one phase or the other, meaning that while Machamp is a total powerhouse in Duel, in Field, he's kind of a bitch. You also have access to support Pokemon, think assists from Marvel vs. Capcom, but far more limited. You can only select one per round, and you'll likely only get to use them once before the round ends. You also have a Super Meter, which, when full, allows you to go into an anime power-up state and unleash some really neat-looking super moves. The fighting is fast, but not too fast, and gameplay feels like a mix of Naruto and Tekken. Speaking of which, there's loads of nods and references to Tekken, such as Pikachu, he's a goddamn Mishima here. He fights like Heihachi and Kazuya, which, whoever thought that was an idea, they're not getting paid nearly enough. Honestly, if we ever get a Pokken 2, Namco should think about throwing in a few Tekken outfits, because, I'm sorry, Garchomp dressed as Brian Fury would be hype as fuck. There's a couple different modes in this game, like a story mode, standard versus, and online. What I'm playing is the Switch port, which featured some characters from the arcade version that weren't brought over to the original Wii U version. Overall, I find the selection of playable Pokemon to be quite good. Not sure why there's 2 Mewtwo's and Pikachus, but I do like Pikachu Libre, so I can't complain too much. My biggest gripe is my big boy Blastoise's DLC, and the DLC is fucking pricey. I am not paying $24 for 2 characters, get fucked. But overall, yeah, the game's fun and gave me quite a bit of entertainment back when it first came out. I would say if you have a Wii U or a Switch, give it a shot. The game is still somewhat active online and offers enough strategic depth to satisfy, even when the technical depth doesn't. Also, Nia doesn't shut up. She just doesn't shut up.